kids come to school and they sometimes struggle understanding English. Teaching both languages is much better and easier for them to learn quicker. We want our kids to be better.
Coming to school each day and learning in both worlds, in English and in their Pitjantjatjara language, seeing them engage in those lessons is really special.
Bilingual learning actually improves outcomes for kids.
More often than not, when I see the kids learning in Pitjantjatjara with a familiar Aṉangu educator up the front, I just see deep engagement, special learning and a lot of fun.
I like working with kids. I want to help them, encourage them, support them, because they're the next generations.
What we really want for Aṉangu students and what the community has been asking for is the same value ascribed to their languages and to their resources. So a big part of this project has been producing really high quality literature in Pitjantjatjara and Yankunytjatjara for children to read, to see that their languages are acknowledged and valued, and to strengthen their first language literacy, which is a really important foundation for building their English literacy down the track as well. Fortunately, we're in a position now, a place in time in history where we can listen and we can take those steps forward to strengthen and maintain the language in the schools.
In each classroom we have an Aṉangu educator that we work with to deliver a culturally responsive pedagogy.
We work as a team, Aṉangu and teacher, parent and teachers. We talk to the kids in our language, what the teachers say, and we talk to the teachers as well.
We have a strong focus on the inclusiveness of culture and language. It's their number one value. They want two-way learning, so we still do standards trainings, we're still doing maths, we're still in all our subject areas, but we do include Learning on Country, a thing called two-way science, utilising Aṉangu knowledge, and they lead the learning. So the core to it is empowering Aṉangu in the learning. So we go on country every week, Aṉangu will lead that, and then we bring that back into our school. So whilst we have explicit Pitjantjatjara lessons, it's also inside classrooms being used to explain to kids concepts in other subject areas. And when you're involved in the bilingual or two-way learning, kids see they can learn. Last term I signed off on 2 kids who had A's in science, benchmarked nationally. I've never done that in 40 years in remote schools pretty well. And it's a wonderful thing to have Mary Ann, our lead teacher, saying, right, we need to teach phonics in Pitjantjatjara. And to watch her explicitly teaching phonics, just like the teacher teaching English phonics.
The Australian curriculum is what's taught, but it is really important that their language and culture is really used as a foundation for learning for those kids.
I've seen it all. They're going up using both language, Pitjantjatjara and English.
I think the most important thing to do or remember when you're working with Aṉangu educators is that you are a team and that you need to take that time to sit down and plan all learning areas together and actually let Aṉangu educators tell you what they want their students, their families to know, what they want to be learning.
Those Aṉangu educators are incredibly important in seeing those kids reach their full potential in education. They're really central to those schools, and without them, really, we wouldn't get anywhere.
Without the Aṉangus, it's hard for kids to understand teachers, but when Aṉangus in there, they got 2 way of learning, English and Pitjantjatjara.
What I love about my job is being with the kids and just teaching them my knowledge. It's also for them to see me as a role model in the school, that they can then finish school and be what they want to be, you know.
Some of the kids are losing their language. That's why I want the kids to be learning Pitjantjatjara so that our language can be alive forever and for the generation to come. I didn't do Pitjantjatjara lessons when I was going to school. When I see them, they're doing both languages, so it is a big thing. They love going out bush, learning on country.
It's important for kids to come out here and learn the land. For example, this is Sentinel Hill, but in language it's Wamijara.
When they go back, they feel proud of themselves.
When they do their good work, they get happy and excited, proud. They love coming to school every day.
Mets.
Their language respected, their culture, their families are respected. Actually give kids a sense of well-being. What the kids are getting is satisfaction that they can actually do both ways. The more confident, the more happy they are, the more they learn. It's as simple as that.